Now we are going to start with the chemical properties of arenes. So we have these few major chemical properties, that is the substitution reaction, addition reaction, oxidation, which occurs in a controlled and uncontrolled manner. So basically these three important reactions of arenes we are going to study, and they are included in your syllabus. So first reaction, we are starting with the substitution reaction. Like for example, if you go to a school and sometime your teacher is absent, then what happens? Some other teacher come to your place to substitute your original teacher. So substitution reaction, substitute means here that when atom or a group of atom is replaced by another atom. When an atom or a group of atom is replaced by another atom. That means something is removed from the original, and in order to substitute that, we add something else into it. That is a substitution reaction. So these arenes undergo a substitution reaction, and we are going to see that what kind of substitution reaction they actually show. So their basic substitution reaction is halogenation, sulfonation, nitration, alkylation and acylation. So first we are going to study with halogenation. So whenever the hydrogen is being substituted by halogen, we know that halogen is particularly fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So whenever the hydrogen is substituted by these, any of these, it is basically called as halogenation. And if we talk about their sub-name, so if it is substituted by fluorine, it becomes fluorination. If it is substituted by chlorine, then it becomes chlorination. If bromine, then bromination. Iodine, then iodination. Right. So we are going to study them in detail. Suppose you have a benzene ring, right? And we are carrying out chlorination here. Chlorination is basically addition of chlorine. So we add Cl2. These reactions take place in presence of halogen carrier. It takes place in presence of halogen carrier like anhydrous aluminium chloride. Anhydrous aluminium chloride. Then this, like the function of this halogen carrier is to take the halogen to the benzene. It takes the halogen towards the benzene so that the reaction can take place. So what happened? When you add chlorine into this, one H get replaced, and instead of that what you get the Cl gets attached here and H is liberated as HCl and it becomes chlorobenzene. Again in the same way we can carry out the bromination. Suppose you have the benzene ring and you add Br2, again halogen carrier is important. Let's take again anhydrous AlCl3. Then what happened? Again the H is replaced by Br, and what do you get? You get bromobenzene, bromine attached to the benzene ring, and hydrogen bromide is liberated. Now if you have this kind of thing, if you have already something attached to benzene ring, let's make a toluene. Suppose you have toluene here, that means some side chain is already present with the benzene ring, and then you add chlorine. Again halogen carrier is important. Then what happened? Where this chlorine gets attached? So then you see that this group is ortho-directing, meta-directing or a para-directing. So we see that the hydrogen gets substituted by chlorine, but as this group is ortho and para directed, so this addition of chlorine occur at ortho and para position, and you get a mixture with that. So this toluene remains as such. This Cl gets, like one H get displaced from this place, and because it is ortho, and it is called as orthochlorotoluene. Right, and along, because it is a para directing also, so you get again the para-chlorotoluene also, and with that you get HCl also. So that means wherever some side chain is already present, then you will see that what is the nature of that side chain. So at which position it is going to direct the coming reagent. So like this the reaction is going to happen. And if you know that, if you take a benzene ring and you add Cl2 in excess, right, in the dark cool place, and again the presence of anhydrous aluminium chloride, then what is going to happen? It is like this Cl2 is present in excess. So what it is going to do is, it is going to form it is going to form, like at all position there will be a chlorine like this. So it will be hexachlorobenzene. It will be hexachlorobenzene. Along with that, again you are going to get the hydrogen chloride. Likewise, we can carry on the iodination also. So let's say this is a benzene ring and you add iodine to it. So what happens? It will form iodobenzene, but along with that HI is formed. This HI can actually reverse the reaction. So in order to prevent the reversibility, what we do is we carry out this reaction in presence of iodic acid. So what, like by taking this iodic acid, what happened? This iodic acid combines with this HI formed, and this HI is constantly being removed, and it forms I2 plus H2O, and the reaction is prevented from becoming reversible. So this is what is the halogenation. I think you got it, that we can carry out the fluorination, and like if we talk about fluorination, the reaction is very vigorous, which is of no practical use. So we do not take this fluorination into consideration. We can carry out chlorination as I told you, but the halogen carrier is important in each step. And we can carry out the bromination also, and if some chain is already present, we will see that to which position it is going to direct that group. Right, and if you add in excess, then all the hydrogen is like from the all positions going to get replaced by the chlorine, as it is forming hexachlorobenzene here. And iodobenzene you need to carry out in presence of iodic acid, because it will remove this HI and the reaction will prevent from becoming reversible. So this is what about the halogenation. Now coming on to the sulfonation. Now how the sulfonation take place? You take a benzene ring, let's say this. In sulfonation we add sulfuric acid, right? And we heat it, around 333 Kelvin temperature is required. So when sulfonation is carried out, you know that which group gets attached? This group gets attached. So it forms benzene with this group SO3H, which is called as benzene sulfonic acid. And along with that, what we are left with? We are left with H2. So this is what is a sulfonation. Next, we can also carry out the nitration, that means the substitution by the nitro group. Whenever you add nitration, so we need a nitrating mixture, which is the mixture of HNO3 and concentrated sulfuric acid. So whenever you take a nitrating mixture, which is a mixture of HNO3 and H2SO4, which group gets attached? NO2 group gets attached. So again, to benzene ring, NO2 group gets attached, which form nitrobenzene. Along with that, you get water. So this is what is a nitration, where the nitro group is replacing the hydrogen atom. Likewise, we can carry out the alkylation also. There you need a benzene ring, and what we are adding in the alkylation, we are adding RX, and in acylation we are adding RCOX. Please keep in mind, in alkylation it is RX what we are adding to benzene, and in acylation we are adding RCOX. And when alkylation is carried out, this R gets attached to the benzene ring. Let's take this RX as CH3Cl. So what happened? This R is going to attach to the benzene ring, and as a result, what is formed? Toluene is formed along with HCl. And again, it takes place in presence of anhydrous aluminium chloride. And you know that the reaction name is, a particular name is assigned to this reaction, Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So whenever you are adding RX, an alkyl group is getting attached to benzene ring, it is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Right, I'll just highlight it. And in acylation, it is called Friedel-Crafts acylation. And what is there? Again, you need to take a benzene ring. You are going to add RCOX. Let's say it is CH3COCl. Again, halogen carrier is important because it is going to make the reaction occur. So, which group is going to attach here? This is going to get attached. It will be CO, CH3, and with that you will get HCl. So this is how the you can say the substitution reaction occur. I think you got it, that whenever you are adding in halogen, it is halogenation. Whenever not adding, when you are trying to substitute hydrogen by halogen, it is halogenation. When by sulfonic group, it is sulfonation, and you do it by adding H2SO4. And nitrate, for nitration, NO2 group gets attached, and you need to add nitrating mixture, which is a mixture of HNO3 and concentrated sulfuric acid, and this NO2 group attached to the benzene. In Friedel-Crafts alkylation, we need to add RX, this thing group gets attached to benzene, and Friedel-Crafts acylation, RCO group gets attached to the benzene ring. And all of them, maximum of them, like the halogenation also, and the alkylation and the acylation also. The halogenation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation, they are occurring in presence of aluminium chloride, anhydrous aluminium chloride, which is acting as an halogen carrier, which is very important because that only make the reaction possible. So this is what about the substitution reaction. Now coming on to the addition reaction, that what how it can show the addition reaction. As you know that if we talk about arenes, or if we talk about the common arene, which is benzene, they have the double bond, 3 double bonds, and we know that whenever the double or triple bonds are present, they are prone to the addition reaction. They can actually open up their bonds and add certain substance to it. So this is what we are going to see here. Suppose I am adding hydrogen to it. So when I add hydrogen to it, let's say in presence of nickel at high temperature, then what happened? All 3 double bonds will break and hydrogen will add, and it is going to form this compound which is cyclohexane, It was benzene, wherever hydrogen got attached, it forms a cyclohexane, because all the 3 double bonds are actually replaced because due to the addition of hydrogen to it. And likewise, if you add, suppose I have a benzene ring again, and I am going to add chlorine to it. So whenever I add chlorine to it, then what happened? It is going to form a compound like this. All the bonds will break again. It is going to form a structure like this. At all positions, there will be addition of chlorine, right, like this. And you know that there is a special name for this compound. It is called as BHC. It is called as BHC. So this kind of addition reaction can occur actually, and you know that you must be confused that when the arene is going to carry out the substitution or when it is going to carry out the addition. See, wherever the reaction is taking place in dark, then the substitution is going to take place. So under dark conditions, substitution will occur, and if you have the sunlight, that means when the reaction is taking place in presence of light, then particularly the addition reaction will occur. So that means substitution will occur whenever there is no light, and addition reaction is occur when the bonds break up when the light is present. So this is what about the substitution and addition. Now we are going to start with the third type of reaction, that is the oxidation, which can occur in controlled as well as in uncontrolled manner.